morning and welcome to Market Insights. I am Lovina Emma. Now this morning, my guest and I will discuss trading on the floor of the NGX this week. Our investors at the Nigerian equities market reversed days of trading losses to gain over 17 billion naira as at the close of business on Thursday. Now, this followed an increase in share value from companies like Len Africa, Tantalizer, Mutual Benefits, and GTCO, amongst others, on the trading floor. So after 5 hours of trading at the capital markets, the equity capitalization increased to 55 trillion naira from 55.552 trillion naira, which was posted on Wednesday. Similarly, the all-share index increased to 98,255 from 98,223 recorded the previous day. The market's breadth was positive as 22 stocks advanced, 21 declined, while 77 others remain unchanged in 8,415 deals. So my guest to discuss how the NGX fared this week from Monday to Thursday, because trading is still going on the floor of the stock exchange as we speak right now, is Mohammed Jamiu Kayode. So he's in the studio this morning with me, and he's the head of capital markets, and he's also an associate chartered broker and an authorized dealing clerk of the Nigerian Exchange Limited. So welcome to Market Insights.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. And I like your outfit this morning.
Thank you.
Because we're used to seeing you wearing your stockbroker garb, but today this is something different.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I guess it's Friday.
Exactly.
Okay, so now let's talk. The stock, the Nigerian Exchange. Yes, on Wednesday, it was presumed that the market might close on a bearish note because investors lost over 2.5 billion naira, and that affected trading. So let's just start from that point till we get to this week, today.
On Wednesday, you see the trading pattern. On Wednesday, we have larger part of Wednesday to be on negative territory. But the way the index is being structured, our index is value-weighted index. What value-weighted index means that if there is any gain or increase in prices of high cap stock, it will affect the total index more than how other or small cap in the stock can affect the index. So that is what happened, and you see the market close marginally up on Wednesday. So that is what happened on Wednesday. When you look at yesterday, you see the marginal gain also. We have about, as you have rightly said, we have the market breadth close positive by 22 gainers and 21 losers. So yesterday, market closed on the gaining territory, but is very, very marginal. So this is another stage of our market as we speak. Now we have spent some days that we have consecutive days of losing streak, just because of the fact, the news that is in the market. As we have said, that when you see financial market, each of these markets will have different sector in financial market. We have different market under financial market. Under financial market, we have money market, we have capital market. So whatever that happen in a particular market is likely to affect negatively on the other market. And that is the reason why when you see the rate in the money market, fixed income market is going up, you see the market, capital market is losing, because of the fact that the investor will likely to choose which one that is going to give them lesser risks and more gain. So because of the risk-free environment that is in money market, and also some aspect of capital market, which is fixed income market, they tend to move closer to those markets than coming to equity market, because there is higher risk in capital market and higher return. So you can't compare the return in the equity market with other ones. So because of that, the market has been losing for a while. Now we have entered another stage that the market is trying to stabilize at this level. And this is what we expect, that because a news cannot continue to ruin the market for a long period of time. Rather, it will be at a point that investor will sit down, okay, let's look at this and look at some fundamentality of this market, and then decide to come in and then save the grace of the market. So the level that we are today is at that point where the investor are now creating some stability in the market, and that is why you see market gaining marginally, losing marginally from Monday to today. And we believe at the end of the day, the market will trade 5 working days. You see the market may likely gain marginally. That's around 0.10 or 0.15 maximum that we are going to have at the close of market today. So that is the stage we have. When we finish this stage now, that the market has stabilized, we will now have an opportunity for the market to be able to move forward. But don't forget, there's a particular issue that is still in the market right now, and that is the issue of bank capitalization that the CBN has issued to those banks. So this, everybody is coming to the market at a particular time. At this point in time, every banks wants to come to market to come and raise primary market issue, which will make some investors to be able to look at the primary market instead of coming to the secondary market aspect of equity market. So that is the stage we have today.
Okay, well said. Thank you for that, Mohammed Jamiu. Yes, like I enjoy bringing you on the program. You always go in depth into all these issues. Okay, now, during the week, there was an announcement given by, before we talk about the top decliners and the top gainers this week, let's just talk about this, because you mentioned government policy and how it influences trading at the NGX. Now, during the week, there was an announcement from CBN that there's going to be a 0.5% levy for transactions done electronically. So that means POS, bank transfers, even using the banking app for whether you're paying money or you're transferring money. But this is a 0.5% levy for all electronic transfers, and that involves whether you're transferring 5,000 or 10,000, any amount you're transferring, you're going to pay that money. And they said it's for cyber security. Now, everybody was talking about it. I've had guests on this program also talk about these issues. Now, did this new policy, this new announcement influence trading on the floor this week?
Yes, you know, the market is a market of news, whether from the market, whether from the economy or from the market itself. All these prices that you are seeing on the NGS, the listed companies, their prices is always been, there's an element of information, whether around the economy or around the company itself, that is now translating into what the prices of those stocks are being traded on the market. So there is no way such an information will not affect the market. One, it will also affect the aspect of investor looking at the additional charges to an investor. Additional charges to an investor means that it will reduce their rate of return on whatever the investment wants to they are investing. So this thing always is going to be like reducing the level of rate of return of what investors are expecting from their investment. So they want to increase the margin of their rate of return, because in investment we have required rate of return and we have actual rate of return. So if you have your required rate of return to be, for example, 5% before, in order to to be able to include that particular extra charges that has come into your investment activity, you need to widen or you need to increase that your required rate of return. So it will make some of those investors to look at their rate of return. They want to increase their required rate of the return in the market. That being said, when you look at the listed company, it is also additional charges to their bottom line, because of the fact that whenever you do a transaction in the back, so it's 0.5%. You know how many billions of naira this listed company used to do on the online. So this is also an additional charges, and it's going to have effect on the bottom line of each of these companies, and that's going to have a kind of reduced reduced profit that they are going to declare, and it's going to, at the end of the day, may affect also the dividend that may be declared to this to investors. So this kind of situation reduces
required
the
rate.
required rate that
But the actual rate, like what they were hoping to get as a, when they were investing, does it also influence this? When
yeah,
this kind of,
the required rate,
I mean, the actual
the
rate,
actual
yes.
it's going to affect the actual rate. It's going to affect the actual rate because of the fact that the additional charges has been included into the rate of return you want to get from your investments.
Okay, well said. So this is definitely going to make investors to invest more money into the shares that they are purchasing, and also tell their stockbrokers, okay, we need to increase our funds on the floor right now. Okay, so I guess it's going to boost the economy, because when we have more money purchasing all these deals, all these trading deals on the floor, there's more financial gains for investors and also for the companies involved. Or don't you think so?
Yes, but you need to look at the fact that these charges, or this charge is going to, this fee is going to add to the expenses of this listed company.
Yes.
So that's the point I'm looking at. It's going to add to the administrative charges that this company will charge on whatever transaction to do with this bank. So it's going to affect the profit at the end of the day, and also reduce, it may likely reduce the rate of dividends they want to pay so in essence, it may likely reduce the rate of return on this on investment as we speak. Though on the part of the government, is going to increase the revenue base of the government, and that will improve their physical activities by spending getting more than what they are spending, and this will encourage them to improve in some of these infrastructural facilities that may improve the economy. So all around these charges, it means to investor is going to add to their charges on the investment, on the other side of the rate of the investment. So it reduces the rate of the rate of return they want in our investment.
Well said, well said. And I like the fact that you said, yes, the government is going to make some more money from this.
Yes.
And we hope they're actually going to use this money to protect our very sensitive security assets in the country, because they said they need this tax levy for cyber security. So we believe that this is going to protect our security assets, like sensitive security that we need to protect in this country. Mohammed Jamiu, yes, this week there were some top gainers, and also I mentioned Learn Africa, GT Code. Those were the few companies that gained this week. So, but we can't really conclude, because today is Friday and trading is still going on the floor. But there were a few decliners also. Can we just expatiate further on this?
In recent time, as we are saying, I told you that recently, at this moment in time, we're in earnings seasons. Earnings season in the sense that you see the listed company dishing out their auditor report, and the last day for releasing of this auditor report is by 31st of March. So now the first quarter report should be released between 1st of April to the 30th of April. So this period is called earnings seasons, and most of these companies have been releasing a very good result. Look at what GTB released. Look at what even Learn Africa, as you have rightly said, and there is bound to be the response from this investor. Whenever any of these companies releases a very good result, the investors tend to rush the stock, and that is what happened. Look at what GTB releases in their first quarter result. Is historical. What they release historical as the profit after tax is very magnitude. So in such a situation, you see investor looking and be hopeful that year-end result is going to be okay for them. And this is this time the investor are taking their decision. It's not until when you release the final year result that you begin to. So when you see your first quarter being look good, second quarter looking good, and third quarter, and this is what influences decisions where investor just invest in a particular thing. And when you see a number of investors rushing a particular stock, you see the demand going up, and also the price is going up too. That's exactly what happened.
Okay, that is very interesting actually. So because these companies have fared well, as when they increase their release their earnings reports as at 31st March, this has influenced investors to invest in these companies. Okay, and when we look at the top decliners, Sovereign Trust, PZ Industry, Honeywell Flowers, yes, I'm quite sure they also released their earnings reports. So this didn't really have any influence on the prices of stocks.
The result being released by some of these sovereign trust, PZ, and also what's the last one you mentioned?
Honeywell Flowers.
Honeywell Flower. If you see these stocks, they are stocks that have not been releasing a very good result in over the year. So when you see investor reacting like this, you realize that this results being released is either they are not as good as what they have before, or the investor is reacting to, or is taking profit of what has happened before. Look at what happened in PZ. PZ has released the information that they want to delete at a particular point in time. They want to delete at 17 naira when they said no. The market said you cannot delete at 17 naira. So they come in and say, okay, they want to come back to tell the investor how much they are going to delete. So all this going back and forth is what is affecting stock like PZ. So some of these stocks, they are being affected by the news that is available in the market. And that is, you see, those the prices of those stocks is coming down.
Okay. And apart from that, companies like Nigerian breweries, they traded over 6.91 billion naira on the exchange, on the floor of the trading exchange, and also in over 347 deals. And then UBA, which traded at 130 million shares at 3.38 billion naira in over 847 deals. So you would expect that with this large volume of trading, that these companies too will also do well this week.
When you look at the numbers yesterday, you realize that we have about 4 stocks that constitute about 80% of total value traded in the market. When you look at Nigerian Brewery, traded about 6.991 billion. You see UBA traded about 3 point something billion. You see Zenith traded about 1 point something billion, and then one other one, I think Jitco also traded about more than 1 billion. When you total this value of stock that together, 4 of them is about 13 billion, and that is about on 16 billion that traded all over yesterday. Is showing that they traded about 80% of what traded in the market yesterday, and this is all just 4 stocks. So in this kind of scenario, you know that this kind of stock will have investors that are pursuing these stocks, and that's the reason why you see the magnitude of stock, trading that has happened in these stocks. When you look at Zenith, Jitco, Nigerian breweries, their result is also good compared to what they have last year. So you tend to see people rushing this stock, and also in this 4 stocks that we have just mentioned, there's much liquidity in the market. The liquidity in the market in the sense that the much you see the buyer, you see the seller, and that is why you have this magnitude of trade in this type of stocks. Yes, that's it is yesterday.
Okay, so now going forward, now what would you advise investors? We hope that from everything that you have said, do you think the markets will close on a bullish note this week? Because it's, like you said, marginally, it moved away from that bearish trend. So will it move towards the bullish?
My advice to investor is always, as I've said earlier, the market will likely close marginally this week. And my advice to investor is that our market is fundamentally sound. So what you need to do is that you have to go into fundamentality of capital market, which is a long-term investment. So whenever you want to invest, look at those stocks, those listed companies that have fundamentals, and also those stocks that you should also have a long-term horizon in your investment objective. These are what is expected of any investor. Look at sound stocks, sound listed company, and also have a long-term horizon. That is when you are going to maximize your return at the end of the day.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Mohammed Jamiu, a chartered stockbroker. It's been a pleasure having you on the program, and that's a very key advice you give. Look at long-term results. Don't just focus on what you're seeing currently as a potential investor in the stock market. It's been a pleasure having you on the program, and as usual, we look forward to having you on the program again.
Thank you very much.